So it's only a matter of time before we start getting some really big leaks within iOS 17. And I've been kind of thinking, with all the release, with everything that's been going on recently, there can be a humongous change within iOS 17 that may actually impact the Android operating system way more than you would probably even think. Now there's 2 to 3 things that I can immediately think of that if Apple, with everything that's been going on, it kind of seems like this may be the direction they may go. If Apple ends up implementing some of these changes, that is going to be a massive dent on Android, mostly because these are some of the main reasons I would have gone to Android in the first place. Now, the very first thing is installing third-party applications. There has been so many, anti-monopoly type of things that have been going on internally within, not only Apple, but also with other companies and other jurisdictions around the world. And they've been trying to go through and basically give us the ability of installing third-party applications. Now, I don't know if iOS 17 is going to be, potentially the way Apple's going to implement this, but within iOS 16, they did give us this developer mode option. They still haven't given us the ability of actually taking it on or doing anything with it. But if Apple ends up giving us this ability of installing third-party apps, which legally they may have to end up doing, especially with them now kind of infiltrating so many ads inside of the App Store and all this other stuff, I'd be curious to see if they were to do that, how many Android users would actually end up looking at iOS 17 as that big of an upgrade. Now, another thing is a mix of hardware and software. So it looks like the iPhone 15 legally, again, is probably going to have to give us USB Type-C. It looks like they're going to have to standardize it for 1 year. And it looks like possibly the year after, they're going to go ahead and just probably go, portless, which I hope they don't do, but it's probably going to end up happening. So this is another classic case. If that ends up happening in this situation, well then, in my opinion, not only is Apple going to be giving us USB-C, but they could be giving us Thunderbolt 4 within this specific version of software too. And potentially, if you have, an iPhone 15 that's on iOS 17, you could use that Thunderbolt port, to potentially cast it to another display, maybe even use your iPhone display and maybe have some sort of Samsung DeX type of experience. I think that would be insane, and that would be something that would be probably one of the craziest changes ever. Now, again, we don't know if this is going to 100% happen, but Apple has already made so many changes within iPadOS 16, which has given us, a 2-screen experience. So I could see Apple bringing this down over to, the standard iPhones as well, if it does end up happening with USB-C, and if iOS 17 actually brings that type of feature. Now, finally, I just want to throw it in here. I wish Apple were to bring split-screen multitasking. If Apple were to go and bring that feature over to iOS 17, because iOS 16 wasn't a crazy big upgrade, if they end up doing that with iOS 17, I think that would be another big reason, another dent for Android, in my opinion. So in terms of that kind of covers it up. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.